In sports, as in life, you win some and you lose some. 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down. But it's important to be prepared for the bumps in your life, whether it's a game, your career, or your marriage. My motto is always be ready. Now, are you ready for some football?
The Dallas Cowboys have been the almighty carnivore that has devoured nearly everything on the NFL food chain, winning 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls. The Beast had appeared vulnerable earlier this year, but a big win last week gave a Jurassic spark to the Cowboys as they took down the San Francisco 49ers in an epic battle. Lurking in the tar pits tonight is a fierce opponent. The Packer monster is an evolving new species whose ancestors have lost their last 6 battles in Dallas. Brett Favre is a flesh and blood quarterback in tonight's primal encounter with Troy Aikman's Cowboys.
It's a big game for us because we hope to continue in our quest to get into the playoffs. It's a big game for Green Bay because they're looking to put the Dallas thing behind them.
I think beating Dallas would finally get us over the hump. It's like if we could get through Dallas, we could go on and win the Super Bowl.
It's a clash of the Titans as the Green Bay Packers battle the Dallas Cowboys on ABC's Monday Night Football.
Retaliatory strike in Dallas.
Well, it's Monday night and we're ready to strike. Our special forces are in full flight. We're coming by air and on the ground. Green Bay wants revenge in Cowboy Town. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. The Pack is back in Dallas tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. We got Frank and Al and Dan. They're gonna get it kick-started. Lynn and the crew's all set. The crowd is silent, 'cause all my rowdy friends are back on Monday night. His way back into the lineup, and tonight he gets the start at left tackle. Favre on first down throws, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Tony Tolbert getting a hand on it. 3rd down and 5. The short drop by Favre, and the pass is incomplete, leading the intended receiver, Desmond Howard, covered well by Kevin Smith, and so Green Bay's first series, 3 and out.
Here to open up a big game on defense. I think the Packers just found that out.
Hentrick to kick. Kelvin Martin fields it at the 22-yard line and brings it back to the 33, and that's where Dallas sets up shop as a wideout. 2nd down and 10 from the 33, and Aikman going deep for Irvin, who somehow makes the catch off great coverage by Evans, who was right there with him, but Aikman with a perfect pass, and Irvin hauls it in. 1st down at the 36-yard line. Here's the game. There it is, 37 receptions in 5 games. Yard line, low score early in the first quarter, and they give it to Moose Johnston, who carries 1 or 2 times a game, and this time he takes it to the 28-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and call it a long 2. Motion, he comes to the left side. Kevin Williams split to the right, and Aikman to throw it. Pump faking, buying time, and throws underneath. Irvin makes the catch, but well short of the 1st down as Doug Evans pushes him back. Spot, even though they're still a yard shy of the 1st down, and now a 45-yard attempt by Chris Boniol, one of the best in the league, and he looks like it right there. Splits the uprights. It's a 45-yard field goal, and now to kick off. And he sends this one down to the 4-yard line. Desmond Howard is there. And oh, does he get popped by Billy Davis at the 28-yard line. Make it the 18-yard line. Davis, a wide receiver and special teams performer, and Joe Avisano, the special teams coach, loves that. Had there been no Green Bay penalty from the 18-yard line, Favre going deep, has the open man. It's Keith Jackson, the tight end. He takes it to the 44, and with Mark Chmura, the starting tight end, gone for a month to a month and a half with an arch injury, Keith Jackson will play more and more. Big play here. 2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line. Favre guns one over the middle, caught in Dallas territory at the 47 by Keith Jackson, his 23rd catch of the season. and he is very close to a first down. And they send Levens in motion, and Favre will do it himself over left guard to the 46-yard line. First down, Green Bay.
Most of the time, the defense has gotten them to this point.
From the 45-yard line, Favre under pressure and taken down. It is Shante Carver who takes him down. Tony Tolbert on Carver's back for the sack, back in Green Bay territory. That's BB in motion, 3rd and 13. Fake screen one way, then a middle screen to Jackson, but read perfectly by Dallas. It's Tolbert who makes the ankle tackle, 4th and long, and Green Bay to punt again.
That's their defensive unit.
Craig Hentrick to punt. Cowboys set up a hopeful return. It's a wobbly and very short kick that goes out of bounds, and they'll spot it up near the 30-yard line, make it the 31, and that's where Dallas will take over after a 17-yard boot.
Oh, that's awful.
His group going to work now as the Cowboys have it for the second time. First down from the 31. Aikman, a perfect spiral to Eric Bjornsson, the tight end, doing a great job as Jay Novacek has sat out the season with a back injury, and the one-time quarterback from the University of Washington has a first down in Green Bay territory. A wide receiver, and before that, a backup quarterback to Billy Joe Hobart and Mark Brunell. Emmitt Smith somehow found the roadmap and takes the right route and is thrust out of bounds at the 20 by Leroy Butler on a great curl, and Fritz Shermer, the defensive coordinator of the Packers, has to wonder what's going on. Each of them 25 yards. Smith's longest run of the year. Aikman going deep, but a little too deep for the lunging Herschel Walker. 16 carries.
And Barry Switzer told Emmitt Smith, you are the man that has to carry us these last 6 games of the regular season. We cannot do it without you.
On 3rd down and 10, Aikman forced to throw it away. Good pressure that time. Dotson and Reggie White coming bursting through.
Oh, yeah, Packers. A bone-old field goal here is by far and away the best they could hope for.
This a 37-yard attempt, Jet to hold it. He's made one from 45, and now splits the uprights again from 37. With 4:47 left in the opening quarter, it's the Cowboys 6, the Packers nothing. 3rd and a short 2 as the play clock is down to 3, and this is Levens, and he starts to stumble, and he stops short of the first down at the 29, so it's 3 and out. Schwantz, Jim Schwantz with the tackle. This year put in as Hentrick gets away a line drive kick taken by Kelvin Martin at the 30-yard line, and an 11-yard return up to the 41-yard line after a 42-yard boot.
And he's just not 100% yet.
2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. Aikman goes the other way. Irvin gets open as Newsome was playing softly, and he's finally pushed out of bounds in Green Bay territory at the 42-yard line by Eugene Robinson.
Position, single coverage. It was Newsome. Newsome was right there. You got to make that tackle, or you got to make him come to the inside. If you're going to lose him so he comes to the inside where you have help.
Newsome gave him 10 yards at the 42-yard line. Here's Emmitt Smith picking up 4 to the 38.
Right now, I don't know how they're going to get the focus back, but all 6 of them.
2nd and 6 from the 38-yard line in the final minute of the opening quarter. Little swing pass to Emmitt Smith, and he goes down a little short of the first down at the 35 as Wayne Simmons was there to stop him.
Anybody all weekend, and the Packers expecting a big game from Reggie.
3rd and 2, corner blitz, but Aikman gets it off to Kmart, Kelvin Martin, and that's a first down on what will be the final play of the period. End of 1 in Texas. It's the Cowboys 6 and the Packers nothing. And Monday Night Football resumes after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Stumbling.
2nd and 10, Emmitt Smith back in the game on a sweep. Looks like an old USC play, and he picks up 6 at the 25-yard line. You recognize that one, Frank?
Oh, I do. I saw Larry Allen, Dan's idol, out in front of it. Well, what a lead block by Darrell Johnston to get it started. That's when these guys start to assert themselves.
Mid-November, 3rd and 5, and the pass is dropped at the 22. Wouldn't have been a first down anyway by Eric Bjornsson. So the Packer defense able to stiffen again and hold Dallas to a 3rd field goal attempt.
Urging to Dallas.
Boniol now with a 43-yard field goal attempt. He's 2 for 2. And he has an early hat trick. And if this were a fight, after about 4 rounds, Dallas would have won every round. But Green Bay is still in the fight. The Cowboys can't deliver the knockout blow. It's only 9-0.
After an auto accident, one of the marquee battles tonight.
Here's Edgar Bennett now, and Bennett breaks one up the middle, up to the 33, and very close to a first down. Randall Godfrey and Darren Woodson in on the stop.
No other way to win.
2nd and inches, and they give it to Dorsey Levens, the tailback out of the I set. He takes it up to the 35. Fred Strickland makes the stop, and that's a first down. 5-man rush, and it's enough of a rush to send Brett Favre all the way back inside his 20. Broderick Thomas, the first guy in there, and then Leon Lett the second.
Broderick Thomas has moved over to a down lineman with the loss of Charles Haley. He used to play a down lineman in a 3-4 defense. They've moved him over there, and he probably, other than Charles Haley, is the best pass rusher on this Dallas team at the moment.
Well, this is a look that they put in. They're calling it Packer, where Thomas actually comes from an up position, stacked in there behind the nose tackle. Time the Packers turned him loose and paid the price.
16-yard sack. Now Hentrich booms one to the 30-yard line. Kelvin Martin with a 17-yard return up to the 47 after a 51-yard boot. One-on-one here with Newsome. 2nd down and 8 from the 50-yard line. Newsome still playing soft. The pass goes to the other side, and it's Kevin Williams back from his broken foot, making his first start in a month and a half, tackled by Evans after a first down. From the 40, Aikman throws, catch made, 30-yard line. It's Michael Irvin. He makes the catch despite Newsome saying no catch. 4 grabs tonight for Irvin.
And he could do that all night until they decide to do something about getting into space at the line of scrimmage, putting a linebacker in between he and Aikman, or giving Newsome some kind of help.
Fullback, Smith the tailback, and they give it to Emmett, and he picks up the first down at the 28-yard line. Kuntz and Brian Williams make the stop. 2nd and 8. Smith to the short side of the field, and nothing happening. Knocked down by George Kuntz, number 53.
Is the Green Bay's offense has done nothing to this point.
3rd and 9. 3 receivers were set to the left, and the pass is thrown over the middle and is incomplete. And it may have hit the umpire.
It did. It bounced right off the bat.
Yep, on the record book tonight.
45-yard attempt. He's 3 for 3, and this one is good. The other 3 were right down the middle. This one just inside the left upright. Bonio with all of the points tonight. 12-0 Dallas.
So difficult to do it without your 2 starting wide receivers and your starting tight end. That's what they're trying to do tonight.
2nd and 10. Favre throws, juggled, and then caught. Hauled in by Terry Mickens, who makes his first catch. 3rd-year guy out of Florida A&M, who's been a special teams performer for the most part. The 31-yard line. And Favre throws. The catch is made, but short of the first down as Mickens makes the catch again. They needed a couple of yards and got only 1. It's a formula. 2nd and 7. Smith over the middle, and the formula simply states that next year NFC Central 1 plays at NFC East 2, period.
Fumble recovery from getting back in this ballgame.
3rd and 2, and this is Kevin Williams making the catch, and that's a first down with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. And Emmitt Smith to the 40. Well, Aikman was talking to us last night about Dion. He said, look, he's a fantastic defensive player, but he just doesn't spend that much time on offense, and he's had to play both ways, and it takes a lot of time for a quarterback, no matter how great he is, and a receiver to get in total sync.
Now that Kevin Williams is coming back.
3rd down and 4. Aikman buying time. Then throws, and it's caught up at the 48-yard line. It winds up in Bjornsson's hands. I think he may have been trying to get it into Irvin. Robinson made the tackle.
No, that was just a great throw by Troy Aikman. He is not the most agile of quarterbacks.
2 minutes to go. First half, Cowboys leading 12-0. First down from the 49-yard line. And Moose Johnston makes the catch and rolls down at the 45-yard line after a gain of 6.
On some dramatic changes and maybe some more in the future.
2nd and 4. And this is Smith making the catch, losing the football, and that was the break that Green Bay really could have used. Wayne Simmons knocked it loose, but Emmett was there to get it back. 3rd and 13, clock down to 1:12. And Aikman guns in. It's Kevin Williams. Breaks loose over the middle, takes it to the 25 and a first down. Cowboys have all of their timeouts remaining, and they elect to use their first right here.
And talented personnel. They've just been having to play too much.
2nd and 10. And Moose Johnson gets ridden out of bounds. In fact, there's a great little assistant coach matchup tonight with Ernie Zampese calling the plays for Dallas. Fritz Shermer on the other side, the defensive coordinator for Green Bay. The tough field goals. 3rd down and 7 out from the 20-yard line. Aikman throws. It's caught by Sanders, and he gets taken down, and Bonio will have exactly that opportunity as Brian Williams makes the tackle. So Bonio will now try to become the 3rd man in the history of the league to kick 5 field goals in the first half, and the 4th man in the history of the league to kick 5 field goals in any half.
Elusive open field runners in the league. Barely dragged down by Williams.
35-yard attempt. This is his shortest of the night. John Jett puts it down, and this one is just good with a capital J to tie his own Cowboy record for most field goals in a game at 5. He, Roger Ruzek, and Eddie Murray each with a quintet, and we still have 30 minutes to play. 15-zip. And really the game not as close as the score would indicate, because it's been totally Dallas, completely Dallas. Cowboys leading 15-0. Chris Berman halftime highlights, and then we'll talk with John Elway of the 10-1 Denver Broncos at halftime. And we'll return after this message from the NFL and a word for our ABC stations.
Alexander to anybody that'll listen.
Green Bay has it from the 14-yard line, and Favre gets taken down. Tried to avoid the sack and couldn't at the 10. Tony Tolbert gets to him. To punt. Howard to receive it. No block kicks. No fumbles. No opponent touchdown returns for John Jett. He's been perfect.
All right, good-looking kick.
Howard from the 35 and taken down at the 41-yard line. The tackle made there by Jim Schwantz, doing a great job on special teams. 49-yard boot. 7:07 left in the 3rd. Still 15-0. Cowboys. 15-0 Dallas. All-out blitz. Favre under pressure. Escapes. And then runs out of bounds. Forced out up at the 45-yard line and is mad. Tony Casillas gave him a late shove, at least in Favre's mind. And Brett having a word or two with Tony. Down by 15 on 2nd and 6. He gives it to Bennett. And Bennett picks up a first down. And Green Bay finally gets a decent run.
And they're into uncharted waters here.
39 of Dallas.
I'd stay with it. The passing game is zilch.
Bennett gets it again. He has 6 carries for 36 yards and a good run here before he's forced out by George Teague. So Green Bay finally showing some offensive life. And the good news for Green Bay, of course, is that with a 2-point conversion, they're 2 touchdowns and a couple of conversions away from taking the lead.
Hit. That was a good poke by Teague.
Packers' deepest penetration. William Henderson, the fullback, takes it inside the 30. That should be enough for a first down on the 29-yard line with 5.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Receiver, that's Bennett at the top of the screen. They fake it. Favre dumps it off underneath. Keith Jackson gets upended at the 23-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd down for Bennett. Just inside the 20-yard line, and he'll be a little short of the first down. 3rd and a long one.
Helmet before the tackle.
3rd and a long one. Dorsey Levens can't get it.
Oh boy, this will be some big call here.
Only Levens in the backfield. Levens. Very close.
Oh, it'll be close.
Well, Fred Strickland was
got
there.
A good mark, though. Well, Dallas took a chance. They came up and played the run, even though there was a 4-receiver spread.
3rd and 9, 11th play of this drive. 1:36 remaining 3rd quarter. Off a four-man rush. It is caught, but well short of the first down by Henderson at the 13-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5.
And now you got to kick it.
Every guy for Green Bay trying to run a pattern is covered.
32-yard attempt, and of all things, no good.
They worked so hard to put those points on the board.
That's a killer. That says it as well. Dallas at the 23. Aikman throws. Caught up at the 32-yard line by Michael Irvin, bumped out by Newsome in the final minute of the third quarter. 2nd and 1, 9-yard pickup on the last play. And Emmitt Smith gives them a first down, and they'll begin the fourth quarter at their own 36-yard line as the clock ticks down. Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Dierdorf, Lynn Swan, Dallas leading 15-0, and Emmitt Smith begins the fourth quarter with a loss. Gilbert Brown making the stop, but the Cowboys can now begin to think about trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Far and away the oldest offensive line in the league, as well as the biggest.
2nd and 12, the catch is made. Eric Bjornsson, the tight end, up at the 41-yard line. George Kuntz makes the stop. Bjornsson came into tonight's game as their leading receiver with 42 catches.
But he is like a wide receiver playing tight end.
3rd and 6. Deion Sanders making a big catch to convert for a first down at the 48-9-yard line.
The ball was nice work by Deion.
Deion with a pair of catchers tonight for 14 yards. Swing pass. Emmitt Smith gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line after a pickup of 7.
From some of the wounds he had early in the season. I think he's going to really start coming around here towards the end of the season.
2nd and 2. Johnston picks up a yard. You know, Frank, we can't forget about it. We were there opening night, the opening Monday night game with the flag down on the last play.
It was scary.
Emmitt was down on the field for close to 15 minutes. Weak. And that's against Green Bay, and that'll be a first down. 1st and 20 from the 44. And that's Smith. Dangerous pass, but he squirts out of trouble and takes it to the 37-yard line. Oh, Sherman Williams is now in the game. As Smith gets a blow, and Reggie loses the ball, but picks it back up. Reggie Smith knocked it loose. There's a flag down, meanwhile, down at the 21-yard line, and Aikman's able to recover.
Thank you, thank you.
Holding number 53 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
George Kuntz on a 2nd and 12. It's not only 5 yards, it's an automatic first.
He's hurt.
That's the ankle that's been bothering him.
Now Smith, slant to the left side, takes it to the 27, tackled by Leroy Butler.
A lot harder to win the last 5 weeks of the season than it is the first 5.
3rd down and 4. And here is Smith, who will be a little short of the first down, which would be a new Dallas record. The National Football League record is 7 in a game.
That's shared by a number of people?
2.
Well, that ought to keep people riveted. That's a number.
Yes. Yep, Jim Bakken, in fact, your old teammate, Dan, and Rich Carless. Bakken did it before you got there. 67, Carless in 89.
Jim Bakken, a conventional kicker. One of the old straight-on guys, one of the last great ones.
Officially 39 yards away, and that is good.
The good news they make, the bad news, the Cowboys have really struggled from the 30-yard line in against Green Bay. Double horrible night from there.
The tease is starting to get a little bolder.
2nd and 10. Favre has it stripped, gets it back, recovers it. Chad Hennings knocked it loose, but Favre maintains possession. 3rd and long coming up. Favre guns it. Open man is Keith Jackson at the 50. Somehow found an open spot, and he's out of bounds at the Dallas 47. A 21-yard gain for KJ.
What a throw. Frank, on a scale of 1 to 10, that throws a 10. Look at this, throwing
on the move, just on a string. He's got such a strong arm.
That's a beautiful throw.
7:15 left in the fourth. 18-0 Dallas. That's caught by Terry Mickens for a gain of 5.
A bullet by Favre.
Green Bay working without a huddle. They give it to Dorsey Levens, and he gets taken down by Roger Harper short of the first down.
Charles Haley, of course, with that surgery. If they made it to the Super Bowl, he might be back by then.
And a 3rd and 1, that's incomplete. Derek Mays couldn't handle it.
Don't forget, they also had to overcome the loss of Sterling Sharp.
4th and 1. Favre throws and rolling and making the catch with Keith Jackson at the 20-yard line.
Another great play by Favre and another great play by Jackson to keep that alive.
And Favre gets away from Tony Tolbert, who almost had another sack, and then throws incomplete and had a guy open in the end zone, Mickens. Cowboys coming. Pass is incomplete. BB double covered by Harper and Smith.
More to the upfield side. If Brett brings that ball back where BB was, that's a completion.
3rd and 10. Favre throws, and that's not caught at the 10-yard line. Keith Jackson, the receiver, and Roger Harper with the coverage. 18 Packers, nothing. 4th down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Softly lofted, but out of bounds. Terry Mickens clearly out of bounds. And Green Bay out of downs.
Kevin Smith, good coverage. Well, he was inexperienced, took it out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
He was the coach before Brett Favre arrived. 10-0 back in '91. And it's a fumble, and the ball is loose, and Moose Johnston and Aikman scramble for it, and Dallas retains possession at the 12-yard line.
Possibly force Dallas to air it out sometime in this drive to try to pick up a first down.
2nd and 18. Williams, or maybe now, to the 26-yard line. 3rd and 5. Aikman taken down at the 24-yard line.
He's trying to get that ball. And he took over the most talented team in football.
Right.
But what a hardship.
In its own way, though, the pressure was enormous.
Yeah,
as Jet kicks, and it's again a huge downfield pop by Billy Davis, 2nd time tonight.
I'm not so sure Billy's better off for the experience. Surge by Green Bay has him up to 169.
18-0 Dallas as Favre drops it off over the middle. Dorsey Levens with the tackle up at the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 6. It's an easy 6. And Favre looking for a first down, and
Dion almost killed him.
From the 45-yard line. Favre to Levens. And T will run him out of bounds in Green Bay territory with 2:40 to play.
You'd be working the perimeter a lot.
1st and 10 at the 43. Favre links with Mickens.
Of course, it's not that Bryant Young exactly has chopped liver beside him in Dana Stubblefield.
Same record. You know what the tiebreaker is, don't you, in the playoffs? The winner of this game. That's caught by the tight end Thomason. So it's conceivable that if the two teams wind up with the same mark, and there'll only be one game separating them after this one.
And of course, as we all know, they have the tiebreaker over the 49ers as well, courtesy of their win last Sunday.
Right. First down. Favre, pressure, dumps it off for Keith Jackson, and he takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, did Favre take one right in the back of the helmet?
From Tony Tolbert.
What a shot Brett Favre took right there.
Backing him from behind.
Well, he gets away. You know, he gets away right there from Thomas. But there's the shot. And boy, you see the whiplash. Brett Favre's head snaps back then.
And Favre floats one, and it's caught with a flag down by Derek Mays, the rookie out of Notre Dame. Kevin Smith with the coverage.
That's one way to send a guy in motion.
Yeah. Favre throws, and it's picked off in the end zone. Didn't matter whether it was picked off or knocked down or what. Darren Woodson is there, and it's still 18-6.
No, that was mixed up from the get-go. You need 2 bounces and then have a high bounce.
Yeah. You've got Hendrick kicking it to the 37-yard line, and you've got Darrell Johnston coming up with it to a Moose serenade. Tackle. San Francisco leads 17-0 in Dallas. Well, it's dubious whether they win that game. It's 17-0.
Is some of their swagger. I think this is a team that all of a sudden is being made aware that it has some shortcomings, that some of the personnel they have lost have not been replaced. And one of Mike Holmgren's biggest jobs right now is going to put some of the swagger back in this ball club
Through this year.
but they started the year with more good football players than any other team in the league.
And here's the backup, Sherman Williams, for a first down out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
It's plain and simple, guys. That's why the Cowboys have persevered. They started the year with more talent than anybody in the NFL.
And Boniol is going to be given an opportunity to kick a 7th field goal. So
Why
here's
not?
a case where the Cowboys
And
have decided, it's a chance for a record, and let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think Green Bay should take offense to this. I don't view this as, and I'm pretty good about not wanting to rub it in. This is a guy who gets a chance to do something really meaningful. I don't think Green Bay ought to take this the wrong way.
I don't think they should, but I think they will.
Well, that's their prerogative.
29-yard attempt.
They might not have been told it's for a record.
And Boniol kicks it through. They'll figure it out. 7 field goals for Chris tonight. So Jim Bakken was the first to do it. St. Louis against Pittsburgh in '67. Rich Carlish did it in overtime as the Viking against the Rams in '89. And Boniol does it tonight. 5 in the first half and a pair here in the second.
And imagine, now, do we have a fight going on?
Yeah, well, they did take it the wrong way. Reggie White, Michael Irvin, Dion smiling. Michael explaining that, hey man, it's a record. You got to understand.
A whole lot of Green Bay Packers leaving the bench. That's, if I were you guys, I'd be moseying back over towards the sidelines.
Takes out, and you could sense this coming at midfield.
Oh, this is really stupid. This is really stupid. And here we go. This is good. This is good. A lot of charities are going to benefit from this. This will make a lot of kids happy for Christmas. A lot of these guys' money is about to be filtered through the NFL office. To the end zone, and they still lost the ball game.
13 seconds remaining. Ball at the 50-yard line. Favre hit as he releases, and it's Mickens at the 32-yard line with 6 seconds remaining. Tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker was best net points, which is like the number 4 thing down.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Oh, we got a flag.
And Favre launches one that winds up in Richardson.
That baby went all the way up the tunnel.
It did. And Howard Rowe will make the call here.
No time on the clock.
If it's against the defense, i.e. Dallas, the game would continue.
Personal foul. Shot clock on the offense. Penalty refused. Game is over.
And that's the way it ends. Well, Switzer and Favre embrace. Barry's team on a roll, 7-4 right now. Mike's team, 2 bumps in the road the last 2 weeks.
Well, Mike
Holmgren
didn't appear to be interested in any extended conversation.
No.
Well, here you go.
Williams and White after a long night. And so it ends in Irving. 7 field goals by Boniol give Dallas a 21-6 win. Next week, Steelers, Dolphins from Miami. Until then, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, Lynn Swan. Good night from Irving, Texas.